Hey guys, Monkey from Board Gamer here. I'm here today with patch 1.1.1 and all the other points and ones. And I was going to do the Green Hornet build, which is basically a Super Hornet covered in Omnisky VIs, where you put a load of the power into weapons so you can actually fire them regularly, and then show you that in Vanduul. But because of the amount of horrible wreck shortage, because they basically cut it into a third the amount of wreck you generate in Vanduul Co-op, and I can't find a game as well. That was the other problem. Couldn't find a game. Every time I try it goes to a black screen. I'm going to show you how to do a cheap build. A lot of people have loner Hornets. So this is a loner Hornet from, I don't know, one of the ships I've got, probably the Vanguard or something. So I get a normal Hornet. Now, if you buy a canard turret, the front turret for it, for like 2,000 rec, and grab yourself a couple of Omnisky IIIs, and then grab yourself a couple of Omnisky VIs, you can do an amazingly powerful Vanduul craft, and I think this works really, really well in Vanduul, and it'll work with people that are using mouse with gimbals, because they're all gimbaled weapons, or even if you fly in relative mode like I do. I think it's really, really effective. I also replaced the missiles, the Spark missiles, because I don't like them, with Taskforce I missiles, because I like long-range missiles in Vanduul Co-op, because in the Elite Waves I lock onto multiple different targets and launch all my missiles simultaneously, and you'll see that when we'll jump into some gameplay in a minute. I also had, full disclosure here, a size 4 shield, which I bought when I was able to buy shields, and now I kind of regret it because of wreck, but I've jammed that on it as well, because why not? I mean, I want to survive longer, to look better. I'm not sure if having the cargo bay makes you more tanky or not, or if it weighs you down or something. I've taken it off. I don't think I can put it back on. I don't think it has a section for it at the moment. But if anyone knows whether that makes you more tanky having the cargo bay there, please tell me. I'd like to know. Yeah, because if it gives you a little bit more health or a little bit more armor, or takes a single shot, it's still worth having than nothing. Anyway, let's jump into Arena Commander, some Vanduul Cup, and see how this ship does. I was faffing around, trying to work out why I couldn't do certain things. It's because the 325A has a custom target system, so I can lock onto multiple targets and missiles and fire them off all simultaneously, and I forgot that other ships don't have that. So I was like, why can't my Hornet do this? It's supposed to be a better dogfighter. But anyway, I've sorted that out now, and I've moved off my Orb Weaver. I was using the Orb Weaver, but it was so clicky for the microphone, and I kept on getting confused between the shift and the control keys. So I've gone back to my normal keyboard, and as you can see, it's not crash. I crashed into an asteroid as well. I've locked onto my teammate, didn't mean to do that. So basically with this build will work perfectly well in both relative modes, so with all your gimbals locked, or in interactive mode on a mouse and keyboard, where you're sniping with the gimbals. I much prefer relative mode in dogfighting. I don't know, I get to feel the ship better. You can see that here I've put a lot more power into my weapons, so I can actually fire them as much as I want. And it's those 4 weapons, they all have the same pick, because they all go at the same travel time, the same range. They're basically, the Omnisky IIIs are just a slightly less powerful version of the Omnisky VI. So I really rate them. And you just get a nice blast of them, so you're likely to hit a target even at range. And if they all make a direct impact, that target's exploding. It's really good in PvP and PvE. Oh, just the ship isn't as agile as my 325A, which is an issue, and not as fast, so I'm going to be taking a lot more hits. You should notice as well that I'm not using target focus so much. Now I'm trying to get away from using target focus. It is really useful, but I was relying on it too much to do a lot of my aiming for me, or at least some of my aiming for me. And in a fast-paced dogfight, you want to be able to quickly switch target without having to press L and zoom in and out and stuff. I mean, I am still going to zoom in and out, and I will still be using target focus, just not nearly so much. One of my teammates has aggroed the target. I've got 8 of these Strike Force missiles, which now I don't really need. Oh, it's okay for him. So when you're shooting at the pips, you want to shoot slightly below where it says. when you're at long range. Oh, there's some of that. My arse has been injured. Die, please. Oh, maybe I need to turn the sensitivity up on my mouse a little bit for the Hornet, and with the 325A being a bit more responsive. There we go. I just need to get used to the slightly slower ship. There we go. Oh, no, 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 no. What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you think you're doing, mister? I've got loads of Omnisky guys. Like some of that? Oh. I think he did like some of that. He deployed a little mine in the, as his corpse in front of me. Tricksy little hobbitses. See if we can hit him from here. Reticle says we can. No? Yes? Let's shoot him closer. God damn it. See, I start shooting the wings. The wings are how my brain sees the ships. I go, the side of the wing, shoot at that. I wish I could be like a gecko and just deploy parts of my ship. Maybe that's what the Vanguard would be like. You'll be shooting bits of the Vanguard and going, ha! And like, just one of its engines has fallen off and they just keep on shooting at it as it zooms off. Really like the idea of the Vanguard. Right, so let's use target focus and see if we can get a nice early kill on someone. So I'm going to aim slightly below the centre. I normally have a lot more success killing at range with that. Yeah, so slightly below is where it's at. Slightly below is indeed where it's at. And because this is a slower ship, I get the time to get a couple comfortably and then switch target. Normally get a third. Oh, I should have spammed countermeasures earlier. I didn't, and now I've lost my gecko tail. I'm still tanky as hell. So I should be able to rinse this rave without much trouble. You can see that I'm getting used to this ship again. But, I mean, a mistake like that in the 325A, I would have probably been a goner. In this, it's just, oh, your arse is a bit damaged. I can't even notice. Can't even notice it. Right. Some missiles. You'd love some missiles. Well, good. That's what you're getting, bro. I do really like those Strike Force ones. They are very powerful missiles. And I really like this build. I think it's very strong. It's really good in PvP and both and PvE. Those Strike Force missiles are really useful. They're the most useful. The Marksman are pretty good as well. It depends what you want. If you want a missile that's going to hit a target, try and kill them at medium to long range, Strike Force. If you want a missile that's going to control target movements and force them off you or to move in a different direction, then go for Marksman. Marksman are a lot easier to shoot off as well because they just go lock fire kind of thing. Whereas the Strike Forces are harder to get a lock and take a while to lock. So it's up to you, depends on the way you play. But I really like the fact that I've got a loner Hornet and I can just outfit her to be really powerful in both PvP and Vanduul Swarm co-op. And it have a really good chance at beating other ships. It's not as fast as a fast fighter, and it's not going to be as strong as a Super Hornet, but I mean, it's going to teach you how to fly a bit better. It's going to teach you not to rely on just, I've got more guns than you, I'm going to shotgun build. And that's the other choice as well. No more sledge shotgun builds. Well, less of them anyway, because the rate of fire and the damage of the sledge has been massively nerfed. So the best weapon in the game, in my opinion, is by far the Omnisky guys, and they are absolutely great. Oh, even if you can't hit anything like me. Oh, I'm such a noob sometimes. I do apologise. It's a very good sniping weapon as well, and because you're in a slower craft, it'll teach you how to snipe it better. I think I've accidentally turned the sensitivity up on my mouse, which was speeding past the target so quickly. I might try without ESP on at some point as well. So ESP is when I get closer to the target, it slows down my movements for more precision aiming, so they don't overshoot basically. There we go. You see sometimes I'm able to predict where the target's going to go really easily, And other times, when they're zooming past me, just because of the immovability of my ship, it's not so good. Now, this guy's going to go down. Oh. You just exploded! How are you still alive? Anyway, that was the cheap Green Hornet build. So if you were going to do this with a Super Hornet, you just literally chuck another couple of Omnisky's on the turret at the top, and it would work really, really well, like a shotgun as well, because it will just rip apart enemies. You don't really need to aim too well. Now, that's lacking a little bit of skill, in my opinion, but, I mean, you use what you've got, use your equipment, use your tools, and learn how to use them to be the most efficient pilot you can. If you want a slightly cheaper build, go for this, and I suppose you don't need the Strike Force missiles. You do if you're going PvP, you do need those missiles. And the ship's really tanky as well. Going for that extra shield is a good idea. I'm not sure if I should be able to put a size, I can't remember if you're allowed to put a size 4 shield on a normal Hornet, but, I mean, at the moment you can, so why not do it? Anyway, guys, I hope that was informative, or fun, or fun-formative, or something like that. Grab yourself some, like, equipment for your Hornet loaner, if you've got one, or grab yourself a Super Hornet, or whatever. I mean, Omnisky's rock, it's basically what I'm telling you. They're the best. They're better than all the rest. I'm gonna stop singing. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, ramble. Shoot things. I'm gonna start streaming soon, I think, because yeah, we're gonna do lots of Star Citizen, Factorio, which we're doing at the moment, and Heroes of the Storm, that sort of thing. Maybe a tiny bit of Evolve. Got some other people to play with as well now. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Yeah. Ramble. See you in the verse, guys. Bye.